Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? First, inform me is the voice is audible or not? Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? Okay, Rajendra. Rajendra has given a green signal that voice is audible. How is the preparation going on, everyone? We'll start in 1 minute. Let everyone join. Then one by one, we'll take the doubt. Preparation is going good. Very good. Okay, let me start the doubt. First doubt is of Rajendra. Sir, question number 31 of India's 1028 edition question bank. How the number of eligible employees were calculated, sir? Okay, sir, I have that question. I think this question you have asked the doubt. Now, this question I have taken from old scheme of syllabus when there was accounting standard in the syllabus. There was no Indians. Then this type of question they used to ask. In the last attempt, the ICAI has asked similar question which also I have taken from what? Old scheme of syllabus only. Old scheme means not the previous scheme of syllabus. Old scheme when there was accounting standard in our syllabus. Means when we used to write down the exam, then there was no Indians, there was accounting standard. Then this chapter share based payment was based on guidance note. There was no accounting standard that time on share based payment. So they used to give this type of question, but in the last attempt they have asked similar question, and the same question we are having in our question bank. Understood? Now let me now discuss as from from the suggested solution whatever given by ICAI. So of course they used to be two viewpoint as per the assumption is concerned. Let me first read the question. Means in this question they have given QTEL Limited announced a stock appreciation right scheme to the employee on 1st April 2011. The salient features of this scheme is given below. The scheme will be applicable to employees who have completed 3 years of continuous services within the company. So this scheme is applicable only to those employees who has completed 3 years of continuous services. Now they have given exercise price 75 per share. Correct now. And the option to exercise the SAR is open on 1st April 2014 for 45 days. Means this become what? Exercise period. And the same was vested on 975 employees. So they have given it was vested on 975 employees. The similar question last time also they have asked similar question. I will say the intrinsic value of company shares on the date of closing was 30 per share. They have given intrinsic value also based on which the payment will be done. The fair value of SAR is itna. They have given 3-year fair value because we will do reassessment of the option because it is a SBP liability. In 2011, towards the expected rate of employee attrition is 5%, which rate was doubled in the next year. Now, similar question was given when they have given expected rate of employee attrition in the last attempt question. Now, there are two viewpoints. One assumption is that if you take that this assumption, this attrition rate is for the entire vesting period, means 5%, means suppose, just try to understand. Means if I say for the first year, the estimation has been done for all the 3 years. In the second year, the estimation has been done for the also entire vesting period. This is the one assumption. or we can say that this assumption has been taken for the remaining vesting period. So now as per the last attempt question, the assumption which is second assumption whatever I have said, that was given in the ICAI solution. So I will say you also take that assumption only, कि this attrition rate is for the remaining vesting period. So of course your solution will change in that case. This is also one of the ICAI solution, but this solution was given by ICAI way long back when accounting standard was in the syllabus. Understood? So I have copied paste that particular solution. Now viewpoint might have changed about the ICAI assumption. So I will say that now you do as per the latest answer whatever is given by ICAI. Why to take risk? We should not take risk on this ground. Means if you have attended my class, I used to say that two assumption will prevail. But now first preference will be given that this attrition rate is for the remaining vesting period. So I will change the answer in that regard. So of course, can I say in this unit to also calculate the number of employees? I think 10402 you have understood. So what they have given ki 35 employees of which 5 had served the company for less than 3 years. So these 5 employees should not be counted. So we'll take only 30 employees. 30 employees of which 20 employees served more than 3 years. So of course we'll consider only 20 employees, and 20 employees of which 5 employees served for less than 3 years. So we'll take 15 employees. So 975 was the vested number of employees. We'll do plus 30 plus 20 plus 15, so it will come 1040. Check karo. So this is the number of employee who was present on the grant day, who were, means to whom the scheme is applicable. Understood? So 975 plus 30 plus 20 plus 15, so it become 1040. So I will just like to change the answer. So for the year 1, you can say for the year 1, what is the number of employee? What number of employee will come? You only say 1 minute. So for year 1 it will be what? 1040 minus how many employee left? How many employee left in the first year? It is 30 employee. They will do minus 30. And what is the attrition rate? 5%. So you will do 95% into 95%. This will be the year 1 number of employee who are expected to vest the option. Year 2 will do 1040 minus 30 minus 30. 8 point. Now you have understood now. I am 8 point. I have explained only. Now I am explaining the solution. So this solution you just change, because now the solution will be based on the assumption which has been taken by the ICAI in the last attempt question. Understood what I am saying? So I am also explaining that part. Got this point? Are you able to understand? Correct. So 1040 will do minus 30 and minus, then how many employee left? 20. So minus 20 into what is the attrition rate? It is how much percentage now? 10%. Now 5% become 10%. It was double. So you will do into 90%. And year 3 you will take what? The actual number of employee who vested, 975 employee. So this will be the number of employee. Have you understood? This is as per the assumption which has been taken by ICAI in the last attempt. Why we are doing 30 minus 5? No, 35 minus 5 we are doing. We are not doing 30 minus 5. We are doing 35 minus 5. 35 was the total number of employees who left, out of which they have given now. Out of which 5 had served for less than 3 years. So any employee who have served less than 3 years, for that this scheme is not applicable. So you should not consider that number of employee. You should not consider out of 35, only to 30 employee this scheme is applicable. So you should consider 30 employee, not 35 employee. Understood? Got this point, Rajendra? Can we come to the next doubt? Can we come to the next doubt, please? Fast. The 3-year criteria is applicable from 2011-2012. Yes, from the grant date only. So 2011-12 it is only now. 35 employee, out of which 5 employee had not served for less than 3 years. So you will not take 5 employee, you will take only 30 employee. Understood? Chalo. Let us come to the next question. What is the next question? Let's see. To come to the next doubt, Manikanta, how are you, Manikanta? Dear sir, doubt regarding Ind AS 12. Entity created DTL upon revaluation of agriculture land where Ind AS 16 is applicable and subsequently sold and brought another agriculture land where tax is not applicable on the same transaction. Now the DTL will be de-recognized, will be transferred. Now just try to understand, whenever entity is expecting to purchase another land, means whatever sale proceed has been generated, that will be invested in agriculture land. So as per income tax act, it will be exempted from tax. So if that is known and that is expected, so of course we will not create DTL only on that. No DTL will be recognized, because DTA and DTA will be created based on the expectation of the management. So if they are expecting that, and of course the management expectation will be there, means if they are expecting that whatever profit will be received, that will be invested in another agriculture land, so they will not create DTL only. There is no question of creating DTL. And now if you are asking, sir, first they have created DTL, now subsequently they have sold, means they were not knowing that point. So that can be a valid question, but have you understood? Practically they will not create any DTL on this, because of course the management will be expecting, because this is always planned. This will not be a sudden stage, because company is doing planning every time ki what to do about a sale proceed. So they will not create only DTL. Have you understood, Manikanta? Your doubt is over. Fast, Manikanta. But at this point of time, I don't think so you should ask this type of doubt. I will say these are all practical doubt. Right now you concentrate on exam. Don't waste your time in this type of doubt. Correct? Now more and more doubt at this point of time will affect your preparation. Got this point? Because right now only few days are left and you are asking some practical doubt. So I will say this doubt is very good doubt when you are understanding the chapter. At that point of time you should ask me this type of doubt. But right now exam is at high point. Correct now? High point, and these are all practical doubt. And this type of question they will never ask, because if they ask this type of question, means they want to kill you. Got this point? What if they change subsequently? So of course, if they change subsequently, the DTL whatever you have created, that will be de-recognized through OCI only, because land is not a depreciable asset. Correct now? So you created, means whatever you have created, that need to be reversed, because now no DTL is required. So you created through OCI and you need to reverse through OCI only. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct? Have you understood? Achha, you are asking about reclassification. Reclassification will not be done. It will never be transferred to PL. You need to only de-recognize through revaluation reserve. Understood? Means you created through OCI, but it will not be reclassified to PL. It will not be reclassified to PL. Got this point, Manikanta? I think your 1, 2, 3, 4 are all related to that point only. Actually, your attempt is November 2024. Then it is a good question. At this point of time, you can ask this type of doubt, Manikanta. But this doubt session is only applicable for May 2025 attempt. But chalo, TK, if you are joining this, you are also welcome. But whether your doubt is over or not, Manikanta. Doubt number 2, Ind AS 105 criteria made after reporting period. Why we are not considering in Ind AS 105 like Ind AS 10? Just try to understand what Ind AS 10 says, that if there is any event which relate to any condition existing on balance sheet date, correct now, then it is an adjusting event. Now you are only saying that criteria is satisfied after reporting period. for the classification of an asset held for sale. It means there was no condition existing on balance sheet date. If there is no condition existing on balance sheet date, means whatever event occur after reporting period relate to the condition arising after balance sheet date, therefore it become a non-existing event. So Ind AS 105 has given a clarification that if any criteria for the classification of a non-current asset held for sale has been satisfied after reporting period, it will be a non-existing event. As per Ind AS 10, we should give a disclosure about such type of asset. Understood? Manikanta, your next doubt is over. This is a good point. From this MCQ question can be asked. Manikanta, your next doubt is over. Doubt number 3. Ind AS 105 classification as held for distribution to honor. In individual financial statement, we understood what will be the accounting in consolidated financial statement where subsidiary and parent. Now in consolidated financial statement, entire entity become one single entity. Correct now? Means entire group entity will become one single entity. So in that case, whatever asset is now classified as held for sale, Ind AS 105 will be applicable. Understood now? On the date of acquisition, whatever you can ask these questions on the date of acquisition. If suppose there is a non-current asset held for sale in the balance sheet of acquiry, then at what amount it should be recognized? So Ind AS 103 says that Ind AS 103 says that any non-current asset which has been classified as held for sale will be recognized in the books of acquirer on the date of acquisition as per Ind AS 105 only. Means not at fair value. It will be recognized as per Ind AS 105. As per Ind AS 105 means carrying amount or fair value less cost to sale, whichever is lower. Understood this point? Correct? Manikanda, whether your doubt number 3 is over, I am coming back to doubt number 2. Whether our doubt number 3 is over. Now, Manikanta, once again you are asking a doubt number 2. Doubt number 2, first point you have understood that if the condition is arising after balance sheet date, it become a non-existing event. Now you are again asking, sir, if suppose it is already classified as held for sale on reporting date and subsequently management changes the plan, so this will be also non-existing event, because can you see on reporting date there was no condition for changes of plan. The condition for the withdrawal of plan arises after balance sheet date. Correct now? The condition for changes in the plan or withdrawal of the plan after arises after balance date, so it will also become non-existing event. It is also a non-existing event. Understood? Manikanta, whether this doubt is over? Yes, sir. Bolo. Chal. Vishal, how are you, Vishal? While calculating DT and DTL on business combination sum, there are a lot of assets given, and if DTL comes, how do we allocate it to the asset? Since DTA is shown on the journal entry, will we show DTL also on journal entry? What is the doubt? Once again. While calculating DTA DTL on business combination sum, there are a lot of assets given, and if the DTL comes, how do we allocate it to the asset? Since DTA is shown on the journal entry, will we show DTL also on journal entry? Just try to understand, either DTA will come or DTA will come. I have not understood your doubt. This doubt I have not understood actually. What do you want to say? How to allocate? The allocation is not required. Just try to understand what Ind AS 12 says. Ind AS 12 says that you need to first find out fair value of INA. Correct now. The fair value INA, this will be excluding deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability. Means in this don't consider any DT and DTL of subsidiary company. Correct now, or any acquiry. Then compare with the tax base of INA. This will be tax base of INA will be also excluding DT and DTL. Understood? So this will become what? either the temporary difference. This can be either taxable temporary difference or it can be either deductible temporary difference. Taxable will be what? When the fair value is more than the tax base. Deductible will be what? When fair value is less than tax base. Now depending upon create DTL, if this is DTL, so this will be DTA. So either DTL will be created or DTL will be recognized. Understood? Have you understood? Now coming to the journal entry. First, have you understood this point? Now tax base will be given in the question. If the tax base is not given, then assume carrying amount of the asset is the tax base. This will be our assumption. This will be our assumption. So if the tax base is not given, we'll assume tax base is equal to the carrying amount of INA of acquiring company. Correct. Now what about journal entry? Journal entry what? INA account debit. Correct. If DTA is there, so DTA account debit. Correct. 2. Purchase consideration, whatever purchase consideration is there, suppose it is cash or whatever, this is PC will come, it can be in the form of equity share, it can be in the form of whatever. NCI if there, to NCI likh do. And then 2 DTL, means either DTL or this is or either DT will come or DTL will come, both can't come. Understood? The difference will be goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. The difference will be goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. This is the journal entry. Vishal, have you understood the explanation? But actually I have not understood your doubt ki what actually you want to ask. What actually you want to ask, but I have tried my level best to explain you ki the doubt can be regarding this only. Got this point? Bolo. Yes sir. Chalo. Now let us come to next doubt. विशाल हो गया. मणिकांता, डाउट नंबर 4. India is 38 for right to operate to toll road in India's Saaransh book. It said that we can take amortization based on revenue, but ICAI material said follow only Appendix D. No. Appendix D to India's 105 is for what? The accounting treatment for the revenue recognition. Just try to understand. What Appendix D to India's 105 says that that Appendix D is for revenue recognition. In that Appendix D say that there are two models, whether financial asset model or intangible asset model. Means there can be intangible asset also due to Appendix D to India's 105. Now amortization of this intangible asset model can be based on what? The amortization of this intangible asset can be based on revenue that India's 38 says. That India's 38 means India's 38 has not given any point for revenue recognition. Means for revenue recognition you need to go to Appendix D to India's 105. Don't club these 2 points. Dekho, if you club these 2 points, then you'll be confused. Intangible asset, India's 38 says that you can use revenue based amortization. Correct. Now Appendix D to India's 105 says what? Ki for revenue recognition apply Appendix D to India's 105. So there are two models, financial asset model, intangible asset model. I hope you have understood. Manikanta, whether your doubt is over? Bolo. Manikanta, I think your doubt is over. Rajendra sir, I have not understood. Okay. Manikanta, doubt number 5. India's 40. Entity first valued agriculture land as per India 16 and subsequent revalued also, and then changes in use as capital appreciation where India's 40 applicable. Now revaluation reserve in OCI will be derecognized on transfer retained earning or stayed in OCI only sir. Now just try to understand regarding this. India's 40 is silent. What will do about revaluation surplus? Now what India 16 says ki on derecognition of the asset, the entire revaluation surplus will be transferred retained earning. So right now can I say it has been classified from PP to investment property, but it has not been derecognized. So we need to wait for the actual derecognition of the asset. Till the time it will remain in the balance sheet. Once investment property means once it has been classified to investment property, and then once investment property is derecognized, from my point of view From my point of view, at that point of time, the entire revaluation surplus will be transferred return earning. Understood? So you need to hold the revaluation gain in revaluation surplus only till the time being. Understood? But for this, no clarification has been given by Ind AS 40, no clarification has been given by Ind AS 16 also. Understood, Manikanta? But Ind AS 16 says on derecognition. Derecognition means when you will derecognize it, not when you will do reclassification. Understood, Manikanta? Whether your this doubt is over, jaldi bata. Next word. Motivation, he is asking irrelevant doubt, wasting time. No motivation, no doubt is irrelevant. Just try to, every doubt is very important and don't consider any doubt as irrelevant, because one single doubt can affect your exam. So every doubt need to be cleared. The doubt can be very simple, the doubt can be very complicated, but simple doubt are more dangerous. So no doubt is irrelevant. Please ऐसा मत बोलना. Your doubt is your doubt and others doubt is others doubt. Respect other doubt also. Respect others doubt also. Correct? Always respect. Okay, Manikanta? हो गया. Motivation where कहाँ गया? Motivation X reality. Okay. Manikanta, mine is okay. Saundarya. How are you, Saundarya? I said, can you please explain the accounting treatment of the transaction cost borne by the seller and buyer separately and together in Ind AS 41. I get confused. Okay, I have understood. Just try to understand. There are 2 points. Whenever there is Ind AS 41 question, correct? Now, can I say first you will pass journal entry for recognition? I am just explaining the entire thing. Biological asset account debit to bank. Now this bank means what? Whatever acquisition price you have paid, consideration paid plus transportation cost plus transaction cost on acquisition. Cost on acquisition. We call it cost to purchase. Correct? Understood? Now, this will be at fair value less cost to sale. So what is the fair value less cost to sale? It is nothing but market price minus transportation cost. तो दिस टोटल दिस बिकम फेयर वैल्यू, इसको बोलते हैं फेयर वैल्यू, एंड माइनस ट्रांजेक्शन कॉस्ट ऑन सेल. First, have you understood, Saundarya, this? This is very important doubt and lot of confusion on this. Now, can you say this consideration paid will be always given in the question? For this, no doubt. This will be always given in question. Now, transportation cost can be paid by buyer, means can be paid at a time of purchasing, can be paid at a time of sale also. Normally, question will specify कि transportation cost is paid by buyer or paid by both. This will be given in the question. Correct now? So normally transportation cost information normally gives it is paid at what point of time. So transportation cost is normally given when it is paid. Who is paying this? Whether it is paid by buyer or whether it is paid by seller, or it is paid by both party. Means just try to understand. There are 2 things. I have purchased this calculator. Now I am thinking that when I will sell it, what can be the fair value? Means I am saying at the time of sale, what can be the fair value? Means this is an expectation. This fair value less cost to sell is an expectation. And this information is actual. Nah? Whatever you actually paid. So transportation cost if you have paid, that will be informed in the question. So if paid, add it. if it is given paid, add it. Understood? Now transaction cost on acquisition. Transaction cost. Normally just try to understand. Transaction cost is normally any transaction. Suppose this is a transaction that I have purchased it and the vendor has sold it. So transaction cost is normally paid by seller. Normally paid by seller. Means transaction cost means what? Commission expense, brokerage expense. Correct? Now it can be paid by buyer also. But if the question is silent, normally it is paid by seller. Normally it is paid by seller. So for transaction cost, if paid, just write down. Transaction cost. This is not transportation. Transaction cost. I am saying. If information is given about payment, ki who has paid it, then apply that information. If question is silent, ki who has paid this, who will pay this, who will bear this transaction cost, that is not given. There are two assumptions. Either you can take assumption number 1 or assumption number 2. The best assumption is that in that case the transaction cost is paid by seller. Not by buyer. And second assumption is that transaction cost is paid by both party. This is second assumption. Whatever assumption you are taking, just write down. Have you understood this point? Sandhya? Got this point? So doubt will come about transaction cost if the question is silent. So you can take two assumptions. Either transaction cost is paid only by seller, then you are not supposed to add yahan par. Then you minus only transaction cost from fair value less cost to sale. And if you have taken the assumption that transaction cost is incurred by both the party, both the party means buyer and seller, then yahan par plus kar do aur yahan minus kar do. Understood, Saundharya? I hope you have understood. This is clear. Now, if you take any question, you can do it by this particular explanation. Understood this point? Saundharya, your doubt is over? Yes, sir. Any other doubt? I think today no more doubt. Because I came in the morning. I think everyone is sleeping in Sunday. Sunday is what? Sleep time. Normally I come in the night. Okay, chalo theek hai. But I hope all the doubt is clear. So will they ask transaction cost borne by buyer only? Now if they have said, I have said the information is given about the payment. Suppose it is given the question that transaction cost is only paid by buyer, then apply that. Then as per the information given the question, if they have said only by buyer, then apply buyer only. Correct now. But if question is silent, I am saying question is silent, they have given only transaction cost and nothing has been given, then two assumption, either paid by seller or paid by both the party. Understood, Saundharya? Got this point? If they are asking in a particular question, respect the information given the question. We need to always respect the information given the question. I think all the doubt is clear. No other doubt is coming. So let us end the live session. Any other doubt? So you can post it right now. I will clear that doubt. Okay, sir. Chalo, theek hai. Next time we'll meet in next live doubt session. For today, this much only. All the best for your preparation. I hope today's all the doubt is clear. Understood? And I think that this live doubt session is helping you a lot, because all my students who are attending my present classes for November 2025 attempt, they are also attending it. So I like this idea and I'll continue this idea for now, this forever. This idea is very good, that I should come live on a alternative day or after 3-4 days, so that your doubt is not accumulated for the recorded class student. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. We'll meet again in one more live doubt session. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.